Hi everybody, so now as part of our workout for today, we're going to be doing arms and shoulder work with dumbbell weights. You can also use resistance bands if you prefer. You just have to kind of modify the way that you're holding them, and I will actually show you that on another video. I know I did one last week, but I want to do a better one for you. But for today I'm using weights. I have a selection of weights. I have 7 pounds, 5 pounds, 4.5 pounds, 3 pounds, 2 pounds, and 1 pound. So depending on how I'm feeling, depending on what part I'm working, I'll use a different size weight. For shoulders, I tend to go a little bit lighter just because I tend to bulk up in my shoulders and I don't like that look on me. So I go with a lighter weight. But as usual, you do you. Also, again, you should always seek medical advice before starting any exercise program. And I guess that's about it to cover for now. So let's get started with this. So I'm going to stand you up. I hope that you can see. And I'm going to start with my 3-pound weights for this. Oops, see, you fell down already. Where's my other 3 pound? Somebody stole my 3-pound weight. Oh, there it is. I forgot they're 2 different colors. Okay. So maybe I'll try and do most of this sitting down. I really need to get a new camera. So we're going to hold our weights up at our shoulder height. We're going to press up. It's alternating. Always move your weights with control. Don't let them fall. So when you're going up, you're pushing. When you're going down, you're pulling with control. You don't want it too fast. You don't want it too slow. Exercises always take a little break. So the next thing that we're going to do is just front reaches. So if you're standing, yeah, we can do this standing. We're going to go out in front. Lift up to shoulder height and down. And again, it's alternating. I'm using a 3-pound weight here. You could use a 5 if you want, but for me, again, I always use a lighter weight if I'm working my shoulders, just because I don't want that bulk in the shoulder and neck region. Okay, next we're going to be doing a shoulder press with both arms at the same time. Shoulder work I always sit down for, just because I tend to arch my back. So I sit down, I put a pillow behind my back so my back stays straight. And you're just going to push up and down. Remember to always breathe when you're doing your exercises. You should breathe out on the exertion and in afterwards. Okay, next is another exercise, not my favorite actually. Excuse me for grabbing my stuff, but here we go. So we're gonna go up and just like those chest exercises we did. And we're gonna in and out. I dropped down to my 2-pound weight for this one. When you are standing, always remember to try and have a little bend in your knees and suck your belly button in towards your spine, and that will protect your back. Okay, next I am going back to my 3-pounders. Actually, I think I'll go with a 5-pound this time. We'll just see what happens. Or no, 4.5 pounds, sorry. When you're going up in weights, you want to challenge yourself. So you don't want to start out with say a 7-pound or 10-pound weight. Start out small. When that gets too easy, meaning you can get through a whole set without it bothering you at all, then it's time to move up. But just go up either a 1/2 pound or a 1 pound. So move from a 1 to a 2, a 2 to a 3, and so on and so forth. And next we're going to do the other side. The other thing that you can do when you're first starting exercise, you don't have to use weights at all. You can just use your natural body weight. So what you do then is you actually just tense up your arm or whichever part you're working. Just tense it up, make those muscles nice and tight, and lift your own body weight. Okay, next we're going to do front arm raises alternating. Just out to the front up to shoulder height and down again. Okay, now it's both arms, so I'm going to drop down a weight. I'll go down to the 3s. And basically what you're doing is lifting both arms out to the side and then bringing them back down. Try and stand on an angle so you can see it a little bit better. Just lift up to shoulder height and back down. Is that such a surprise? But I've got a sister who'll be willing to oblige. She will do anything now to help me get to the outside. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of bicep work. For biceps, I always do my heavier, a heavier weight. And we're just going to lock your elbows in at your side, lift up and down with control. Okay, good. So we're going to take those weights now, put those elbows in at the side, and we're going to open and close. Okay, and let's go. So you're working on your rotator up in your shoulder right now, but you're also getting some good work in your biceps and your forearms by just holding it steady.
Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry.
And last one.
Falling so small, you seem so strong.
Okay, now we're going to do a different kind of bicep curl. Instead of lifting up with palms up, our palms are going to be facing in, and we're just going to lift straight up and down.
I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart, always.
Last one.
Why can't they understand the way we feel?
Okay, this is one
They
that
just don't trust
actually
what they
we're not going to do
can't
that.
explain.
We're going to do some tricep
I know
kickbacks.
we're different, but deep
So what you're going to do, stand up straight. You're going to hinge at your hips, not your back. Put your elbows in at your side and kick back.
Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know? We need each other to have to hold. They'll see in time. I know when destiny calls you, you must be strong. I may not be with you, but you got to hold on. They'll see in
Okay.
time.
Oh, whoops.
I know
That's the problem with this. I really need a new camera.
you'll be
So for our last exercise for this one, we're just going to do arm circles. Put your arms out to the side.
there from this day.
Tighten up your arms gently. And we're just going to do circles. I'll stand over here a bit so you can kind of see my arm.
You'll be here in my heart. I'll be with you.
Just little circles.
I'll be there always.
But we're going to do another arm one in a little bit. We're just going to take a break and work on another part, which you'll see in the next video.